What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Rivian Tracker software update video. Today we're going to be talking about 2024.35, the latest Rivian release, featuring a bunch of new stuff, including Geared Guard live camera, tri-mode climate or tri-zone climate, as well as new animations for the drive mode setting screen, plus a lot of bug fixes for Gen 1 and especially Gen 2. So let's get started. So here we jumped into a screen capture of my iPhone where you can see the Rivian app. This is running the latest Rivian app 2.14, which is required alongside 2024.35. So you can see here, you're gonna have different cameras that you can view. If you're lucky and you have a Rivian R1T, you'll also be able to select the middle button where it will give you the option to view the bed cam, which is really neat. And of course, you can also access the gear guard just by tapping on the little camera icon right here on the main screen as well. Remember, in order to utilize all this, it does require Connect Plus, so make sure you are subscribed to that in order to be able to utilize this feature. Moving back into the truck, one of the new things that they've added in this software update is new drive mode animations. And what that means is that before, you used to be able to click these buttons and it would do a really cool animation, switch over like this. Still does that. That's really cool. But now what it will also do is when you tap on these other buttons down here. So for example, if you tap on height, it now gives you this screen that pops up that shows you your height for your vehicle. If we go back down, you'll see the vehicle goes down. It shows you your distance from the floor as well as the roof. So one thing I told Rivian is I wish this screen would stay on longer, because right now it kind of switches really quickly, so you can't really see things very long. But if you, again, go back to it, you could also just tap on these words to go up, down, and you'll see that it changes in real time as the vehicle is adjusting the ride height. So that's really cool. For ride feel, if you tap on this, it will show you what the different feels look like. Oops. And moderate there, right? Again, I wish these screens would the animations were just a little bit longer, because they're pretty short, and then it just kind of goes back to the main screen. And then for regen, if you tap here, it will show you this really cool animation on the wheel showing you, full regen, partial regen, and then low regen, right? Signified by that green filling kind of circle around the wheel. And then for stability, you have reduced, on, and then if you press and hold this button, it will go into off, and you can see the animation. So it kind of shows you how, being in off mode, the vehicle has more ability to have more wheel spin. So you'll be able to see that, and it kind of gives you a little summary up here. And again, I wish these would just stay a little bit longer, but they kind of go away really quickly. So that's kind of a review of the ride animations. The one downside to this, if you're someone like me who likes to nerd out and hang out with this screen with a lot of data, and you do these, nothing happens, right? It's kind of hidden behind the screen. So yeah, you'll miss out on that. So that was some of my feedback to Rivian, was really, hey, let me see this data for a little bit longer, or have this ride height and controls and numbers show maybe all the time. That'd be nice. So maybe in the future, but for now, Rivian has introduced these really neat animations, and I think this is going to be really helpful for those who are brand new to Rivian and don't quite understand everything. But something to keep in mind here is, if you have accessories on your roof, this doesn't take that into account. So when we're talking about ride height, being 75 or 76.2 inches, that doesn't take into account if you have roof racks or anything like that on the roof. So just keep that in mind when you are relying on that information. Let's jump into climate, where Rivian has now introduced tri-zone climate. So if you're someone like me who has an R1T, you've already had dual zone in the front, but now if you tap on the back button, you get rear climate control, so you can actually adjust the temperature in the back of the seat, and I'll jump in the back seat here in a second to show you, but you can jump in the back seat and adjust the temperature back there on its own, and it doesn't interfere with the front. As you can see, still says low, low, but the back is set to 64. Let me jump in the back seat and show you what that looks like on the rear screen. All right, on the rear screen here, you can see it says 64 degrees. If I tap on that, you now have the ability to control the temperature up or down from this screen right here. You still have the ability to change where airflow comes from, so you can turn it off, feet, face, or both, again, or off. And then you can turn on the heated seats here still for the second row, like you could before. And now that kind of sits nicely in this little quick widget here. So that's how you can do it from the back seat, or you can do it from the front seat air conditioning HVAC screen. So let's talk about some of the additional improvements that have come to 2024.35, including, a lot of people complained about this, but it's finally been fixed, and that was the variations between different audio formats that were playing in your music. So, you know, if you were listening to a Dolby Atmos song, sometimes it would be really low, and then you would listen to a normal non-Atmos song and it'd be really loud. That has been fixed, or reduced, I should say. The variations have been reduced. They've also fixed some incorrect messages that would display on the screen. They also fixed an issue that prevented some vehicles from playing audio after falling asleep or performing a software update. They fixed an issue where they displayed a payment error message on the screen when you were AC plugging in. A lot of people also commented on not being able to control the garage doors because the prompt on the driver display would not show up. That has been resolved and fixed, and I have not seen that issue return anymore. As well as just some proximity locks and triggerings. Rivian also worked hard on Apple Music improvements, so they've now added the explicit icon. So if a song is explicit, that will show up on the show more view or the artist view, as well as just fix some stuff in the search. It still doesn't remember your history. So if you did research and, you know, searching for music, you left the car, came back a few hours later, it just doesn't remember that. I'm hoping that at some point that comes into play, but it's still not there. So history is just not saved between different road trips or whatnot. And yeah, that's it. Now let's talk a little bit about Gen 2, because Gen 2 got some updates as well. Gen 2 got everything we talked about here, but they also got enhanced seatbelt reminders for the second and third row. So you'll get alerted when seatbelts are not plugged in. That isn't in Gen 1 yet, but it will be coming to Gen 1 in the future. So for now, stay tuned, but hasn't come yet. As well as enhanced dynamic lighting. So the vehicle headlights now automatically adjust depending on real-time road and vehicle conditions. So if it's raining or if it's foggy, the brightness of the lights will be, you know, controlled and all that, which is really neat. And this is actually, Rivian has told me, the first vehicle in the United States to support this dynamic lighting. So that's really super cool to see come to Rivian first, Gen 2 vehicles. And then a bunch of, guys, a lot of updates. Look at this. This is a list of bug fixes, which you can find on riviantracker.com for everything that is Gen 2. You know, including USB-Cs in the middle console that didn't work for a lot of owners, and just a ton more. So check it out, riviantracker.com, so you can read all of the notes, because it's a long list to go through. But that concludes this 2024.35 software update video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a quick little one, nothing super long, nothing groundbreaking in this update. Rivian continues to refine and improve the software because it's necessary. You can't release a lot of features and not include kind of the bug fixes as well. We still don't have any word on Google Casting as well as YouTube, but Rivian keeps saying that it will be coming a little bit later this year. So fingers crossed we get that within the Connect Plus trial that everybody's still running. We have about a month or so left on that from the initial trial start. And if not, then maybe Rivian will expand that trial. We don't really know. We'll see what happens. They haven't really said anything about that yet, but I'm sure they won't. I don't think they're going to nickel and dime us. I think they will give folks an opportunity to be able to try it out. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe below. Don't forget, if you're looking to purchase a Rivian, check out riviantracker.com/refer, REFER. That will direct you to my Rivian affiliate link on the Rivian R1 store so you can purchase a vehicle. We will both get 750 points to use towards the Rivian store, as well as 6 months of free Rivian Adventure Network charging. So win-win for everybody. So why not? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.